Hi, I'm Merrick D'Amato,
And I'm Classic Gamer.
and welcome back to Let's Play Broken Sword: Shadow of the Templars, original version,
Yep. Yes, the original version.
not Circle
Yes.
of Blood, the name that doesn't fit Broken Sword at all.
No, I, I still don't understand the concept. I'd actually be quite interested in finding out why they called it that.
The toolbox didn't contain anything else I needed.
So we can examine our
Okay.
stuff, except for the nose, right?
Yeah.
It was a metal rod with a handle at one end and a short crosspiece at the other. It was the scrap of material I'd found in the sewer. It was the soggy tissue I'd found in the sewers.
Which you decided to collect. Of course you did, George.
Right. So if you go off to the right of the screen, you'll go to the map of the.
There was nothing inside.
So if you go right to the right of the screen and click off it.
Ooh,
Okay. This is
world
the
map.
this is the map of the game. So you only have two places to go first of all. So go to the police station first.
We're not going to call the tailor?
We can call him from the police station. It's a
Oh,
phone
okay.
there. You
Wait,
can talk to the
we forgot something.
what?
We need to harass,
Oh, Moo.
yeah, we have to harass Moo. We have to show him the Kleenex. He
I
needs
think
to
if you
see.
I think if you double click, it might. Does it automatically? No, it doesn't.
No,
Okay.
not
I
in this
thought
version anyway.
I think it might be the second game that does that.
Hey, Cluso, how you
Sergeant
doing?
Moo?
Yes,
I found this red nose in the sewer.
what were you doing down there?
Fishing for clues. That's where the clown went.
You still insist you saw a clown, monsieur?
Of course. And this novelty nose proves it.
It will take more than a plastic proboscis to convince Inspector Rousseau.
You don't want this as evidence, then?
Certainly not, monsieur.
I believe this material came from the clown's clothing.
If you are right, monsieur, then the clown must be an Englishman.
Well, how do you figure that?
Only the English would wear a suit made from material like that.
Don't you like the
I
English?
mean,
It is not
Rather
so
than
much a
offend-
question of liking, rather one of taste. They have none.
oi!
All right, it's time to do the 100 Years' War. We're doing the second one.
Yes. Between Classic Gamer and Sergeant Moo.
We will burn so many Joan of Arcs this time.
And not
Do
only
you
that,
recognize
we
this
will win
dirty
again.
tissue?
No, monsieur, I do not.
I found it in the sewer.
Perhaps it would be better if you put it back there.
No way! This could be an important clue.
If you say so, monsieur.
I don't know why, but there's something I love about George Stobart insisting this used tissue is like the key to the entire case.
It's another item that you have pretty much for the entirety of the game.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, thank you.
I've tracked down
You're
the
welcome.
clown's movements, Sergeant.
Is that so, monsieur?
Yeah, there's a man down the street who saw him crawling out of the sewer.
Dressed as a clown?
No, he changed into ordinary clothes by then.
So, how did he know it was the clown?
He didn't, but all the clues add up.
Little children can add up, but I wouldn't let them manage my bank account.
Fair.
See you later, Sergeant.
Okay, now go to
I
the
kind of want, like, see you later, Sergeant. Like, please no.
So I think in the director's cut, if you come back, you actually, the digger, his name is Fabage. But if you, in the director's cut, if you come back here later as Nico, you see his brother boarding up the cafe.
Oh.
It's rather humorous.
Do we get to play as Nico in this one, or just in the director's cut?
No, just George.
Okay. So I might be looking at the director's cut down the line on my own, just to get some,
I'm happy to do that one with you.
All right,
I don't
then.
mind doing.
We'll do it
I
where
don't
it
mind.
comes in the chronological release. Should we harass
Well,
this man first?
Yeah, you can look at every character. I think, please.
But with these adventure game series, I usually do them in order of release. Like
Oh,
with,
yeah,
with the Sherlock Holmes games, because they are very disjointed when they take place.
Yeah, I think the director's cut comes out. It came out in 2009, was it?
2010.
2010.
My favorite is there's a version of it on the Wii. I cannot imagine playing a point-and-click adventure game on the Wii. That sounds dreadful.
Yeah, what did I play it on?
I'm assuming
I
PC.
think I played it on the Wii. I think.
Well, that would explain why you didn't like it so much.
No, I don't mind it. I just think there's certain things they do change. Like I think there's
there's a whole extra scene as Nico at the beginning where the
there's
killer was a mime.
Quite a few extra scenes with Nico. There's a in between when George is not, like, when he does something, it switches to Nico. So the game actually starts with Nico, and then it goes back to George when he gets at the cafe.
Anyway, let's let us annoy this policeman.
The policeman was not much older than me. His face wore an expression of intense concentration.
Why does he look like a cartoon caricature man while George looks relatively normal?
I don't know. But I've never noticed it before, but he's got rather a large chin and a rather long nose.
Excuse me.
Indeed.
Not so fast. I'd like your personal details, please.
Huh? What for?
In the event of an accident. It would help us to know where to send the body.
Look, is this really necessary? I came in here to talk to Rosso.
Why did you not say?
Show him our stuff. Can we show him all this without issue?
Yeah, you can, yeah.
I found this red nose near the Café de la Chandelle Verte.
A clown's nose?
That's right. The guy who wore this is a savage killer.
If you say so, monsieur.
His name is Pennywise, and he's played by Tim Curry.
Have you any idea what this tool is used for?
Oui, monsieur. It is a dipstick.
Hey, you figure. How do you fit that into an engine? Also, dipsticks are usually attached to the cap of that tank, so you can just open it and check.
I can't wait for you to see the rest of the answers you get from people.
This is gonna be brilliant. This is gonna be brilliant.
I found this scrap of material in the sewer.
Vraiment?
It was probably torn from the clothes of a psychotic killer.
Even if you were Sherlock Holmes, I would have trouble believing you.
It's Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes?
Yeah, Sherlock Holmes.
Alright.
I don't know why he says that, but Sherlock Holmes...
That doesn't... You know why that doesn't... that doesn't make any sense to me as someone who does speak French? Because there are way more silent L's in French than there are in English. So many more.
Yeah, do you know what? I don't know why, but whenever I play this game, I do know it's like the quirky little bits, but I think for playing it with you, who's someone who's never played the game before, I just think it just adds a whole new layer to it. Because you're finding it funny, and then I find it funny. It's like I'm finding it funny all over again, which is great. I love that.
It's weird the fan's on.
Yeah.
Because judging by the trees, this is autumn in Paris.
Okay, so later on,
we have to show him the Kleenex first.
I found this tissue.
What the hell is that?
It's evidence.
Evidence of what? Mayonnaise smuggling?
The sticky stuff is grease paint.
Ah, and that is supposed to make me happy, is it? I suggest you think long and hard about what you're doing with your life, monsieur.
So yes, you were saying?
Do you know what? It was in my mind, but I've completely lost track of what I was thinking. Oh yes, so when Moo and Rosso are back in this building, so when Moo will replace the guy at the desk right now, you can ask to talk to Inspector Rosso, get him out, and then immediately end the conversation. The response from Rosso is, If you don't laugh, I'll be very surprised.
Remind me when we get there, okay?
I will remind you because I don't remember those things.
Have you had
forget
any
things.
reports concerning a suspicious clown?
Why, yes. There was a fracas only this morning. 3 arrests for public disorder.
And you say there was a clown involved?
A clown and a particularly offensive piece of sculpture with balloons. Are you in any way involved with the reprobate, monsieur?
No, not me. May I see Inspector Rosso?
He is not here.
But
Do you wish to leave a message for him? I have a choice of blue or black pen. I'd recommend the blue for a less formal communication.
I'd prefer to talk to him in person.
As you wish, monsieur.
Do you know anything about Rosso's psychic techniques?
I cannot comment on my superior's methods. All I will say is that Inspector Rosso has an impressive record.
He's a good detective?
One of the best. He's a man of honor, with a fine sense of duty.
You wouldn't say he was a screwball?
Not to his face, monsieur.
So what exactly do you say behind his back then?
Mr. Inspector Rousseau has a very impressive record. So he's a good detective? No, he has an original Beatles White Album on vinyl.
Is Sergeant Moo available?
What? You want to speak to him?
Yes, please.
I cannot recall the last time someone has to speak to Moo. No one ever speaks to him. Not even his kids. Eh bien. He is not here, monsieur. He is with Inspector Rousseau. Like Laurel and Keaton. No, monsieur?
Hardy. Oliver Norville Hardy.
So do you know, it's not spelled exactly the same, but you know what mou means in French?
No, I don't.
Depending on the context, either soft or damp. Usually damp.
Okay.
He's Inspector Damp.
Thanks for your help, officer.
Okay, now go over to the phone and call Todrick first. But don't ask him one thing and then end the
Yes.
conversation.
Yes.
Hello? Who is this? Hi. My name's George Stobart. You don't know me.
Correct, Mr. Stobart. I don't. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm trying to trace one of your customers. Could I maybe come over and talk to you?
No. No, that's not possible.
Oh, okay. Forget it. Listen, all I want is a name.
What are you talking about? Who are you working for?
I guess you might say I'm acting in the interests of truth and justice.
Ah, thank God. I thought you were the police.
There are innocent lives at stake, Mr. Todrick. Lives that you could save.
You're collecting for charity, yes?
No, I'm not. All I want from you is information.
Go on. I'm listening.
Ask him about...
Do we just hang up now, or...?
You can do if you want.
Forget it.
I'm sorry. No, you don't...
Hello?
Dad,
Who is this?
Mr. Todrick?
Oh, it's you again. What now?
Forget
ask him about... don't worry. Call him again. You can call him again if you want. Ask him about Plantard once, and then hang up.
Hello? Who is this?
It's George Stobart again.
What now?
Do you know a guy called Plantar?
No, I never heard of him.
Thanks for nothing, Todrick.
Now call Nico.
Okay, now call Nico.
Now call
Then I
Nico.
can go back to harassing Todrick.
Later on when you find out more information, yeah.
Okay.
Bonjour, Kula.
Oh, hi. It's George Stobart, the American at the cafe.
Ah, oui.
You said to call if I could help.
Have you any news for me?
You bet. I met a witness who spoke to the clown. And I know where the killer gets his suits.
No kidding. Hey, I'm impressed.
You are? Well, it wasn't easy.
Look, why don't you come here to my apartment?
Fine. Where do you live?
361 Rue Jarry.
Okay, I'll come right over.
Now can I go? Oh, we need more to.
Now go out and go to.
Should I not ask Todrick about the clown?
Not yet.
All right.
Not quite. You can actually ring him at Nico's.
I will call you from every phone in the city, Todrick. You will never be safe. You will never know where it's coming from.
It's Rouge Ali.
Yeah, who's yet? Oh, hello, ma'am.
Now you
The
can
woman
actually
was doing
even
something with a pair of needles that couldn't be described as knitting. She was a
examine
cheery
the
old soul,
windows of
the kind you'd walk across the street to avoid.
shops.
The shop window featured a display of gowns and women's stuff.
Great description, George. Great description.
It wasn't the style of the clothes in the shop that caught my eye, but the prices. The same amount of money would feed a starving family for the rest of their lives. I guess people who buy that kind of stuff don't have a problem with their consciences.
Oh, fuck off, George.
He's so disheartening.
The window was full of overpriced clothes for overprivileged women.
George, you sick.
George, you've impersonated a cop and a doctor.
You think the
The
impersonator
shop
of the
window
doctor,
featured a display of gowns and women's stuff.
if you think impersonating the doctor at this point in the game is bad, oh, you've seen nothing yet.
They were lilies or tulips, some kind of
Try
flowers
opening
anyhow.
the door in the middle.
Pretty, I guess, if
The
you like
ground
that
door.
sort of thing. Me? I couldn't see the point of buying something that was already half dead.
He makes a good point, though.
He does. He does.
The door was shabby and in need of a coat of paint. I couldn't imagine the Collard woman living here.
Now try and open the door.
I pushed against the door, but it seemed to be locked.
Now examine the other shops. I don't know if you can examine the one that's got a shutter down. I can't remember if you can or not.
He doesn't know.
You can't do that. Really? Come on. You're going to try every single item of every single thing and throughout the rest of the game now.
I'm considering it. But at least the sewer key made sense.
No, but do you know you get items lining the entire top of the screen virtually? That's
The
going to be
last
a long
of the summer
process if all he
blooms on
does
the
is shrug
flower
his shoulders.
stall were a reminder
Yeah,
of
it's-
the coming fall.
Other games would have some kind of funniness. Or at least him say something, but eh.
Examine the blue shutter above the...
The blue shutter.
It's the one to the right of the door. Can you examine that one? It's down. No, right. 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 Yeah, that one. I didn't think you could examine that, but you can.
There was no way of lifting the securely locked blind. The vacant shop was sealed with a steel blind.
I know what'll
So-
solve this.
So,
No, okay.
so George, you've impersonated a doctor, a cop, and you tried to commit robbery.
Yes.
In fact, you've already committed robbery. You've stolen a manhole tool.
Yes.
Right, now you can talk to the woman.
But at least I'm not a hypocrite.
Oh, hi!
Oh,
Bonjour,
Lord.
monsieur.
I do not like this woman.
Would you like me to foretell your
Something
future?
about her is just off-putting.
No thanks.
I'm very good, and it only takes a minute.
Thanks all the same, but I'm not superstitious. Besides, if it only takes a minute, that's not much of a future to look forward to. Do you recognize this nose?
No, monsieur.
What do you make of this tool?
Is it something a dentist would use?
No, it's for raising manhole covers.
Formidable.
You would never get something the size of that tool inside my mouth.
I'm just... is it used by dentists? God, I hope not.
And I just realised that sounded really, really wrong coming from me.
What can you tell me about this material?
It's a very expensive piece of cloth, monsieur.
What can you tell me about this tissue?
Nothing?
That's not that funny.
Are the flowers for sale?
Oui, monsieur.
Okay. I'll take a bunch of those white ones.
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
No?
They are lilies, monsieur. Some people associate them with death.
Yikes. Well, thanks for telling me.
I thought you
What
were
other flowers do you
George.
have?
Dahlias?
What do they signify?
Insecurity.
A fantastic
I don't wanna give her the
FMV
wrong
point-and-click
idea
adventure
about
game
me.
about a real murderer.
What about the tall yellow ones?
Those are iris, the flame of passion.
And the little yellow ones?
Sensuality.
Well, they're no use to me. I want to make an impression, not jump down her throat.
George, you don't know this woman, and already you're trying to hit on her.
Look, she's exactly his type. She's alive. She's a woman. Should we ask about magic, or about the spell she can teach us, or about Nico?
That's the fortune telling.
It looks like a spell.
I know it does. I
Do you
think
know
it's
a young
palm
woman
reading.
called Nicole Collard?
Yes, I do. She lives upstairs from me, in the apartment block across the street.
I tried the door, but it's locked.
You know, I've told the landlord about that 1,000,000 times. It is the damp. The whole building is like a sponge. It sucks up the moisture from God knows where.
You mean the door is stuck because it's swollen?
That is correct. There is an art to opening it. Don't shove it hard. Just give it a gentle nudge above the lock.
Thanks for the advice.
Now ask him about. You can ask him. You can continue asking about her if you want. You don't
How
have to.
long has Mademoiselle Collard lived here?
A few months. She's in for a shock when the cold weather comes. Drafty windows, insufficient heating, it's a struggle to keep warm. The only reason I stay is because the rent is cheap. Your young lady, she deserves better.
Notice how he doesn't deny that they're not together.
True. It's another thing he's lying about.
I thought Mademoiselle Collard was a successful photographer.
Not as successful as she makes out for all her fine clothes. Oh, I've heard her crying herself to sleep at night.
That's awful.
Did she become
Now
British
don't you
for
let
a
on
second
that I've
there?
told you. She's
I don't know.
proud, that one. Too proud, if you ask me.
She cries herself to sleep at night. He's like, what? Your accent changed suddenly?
I've changed my mind. Will you tell my fortune?
You're going on a long journey.
My, oh my. What a surprise. Can you tell me anything I don't already know?
10 francs, please, my dear.
10 francs? That's a ripoff.
Please yourself.
How does this fortune-telling routine work?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be selling flowers for a living.
Haven't you ever wondered why you were blessed with the gift?
Well, it's a bit like satellite television, I suppose.
I figure.
Some of us are born with a built-in receiver dish. I just happen to be one of the lucky ones.
Can you really foretell the future?
Only time will tell, monsieur. The strange thing is, I can't seem to see myself in the future. Other people, I have no problem. But when I try to see what might happen to me, nothing.
That must be scary.
Maybe. I figure it's a kind of natural safety mechanism. Either that, or I don't have a future.
I mean, we're gonna leave the screen, and you will never be seen again.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
No, I will not.
I will tell you now, she does not leave where she is. She is there the whole game.
I know,
But-
but I'm assuming we don't ever come back here.
We will. We will come back.
Oh,
You can go inside now and talk.
yeah,
to
that's a
her.
trick we learned.
Yep.
Remembering the flower seller's advice, I pushed the door gently just above the lock.
Bonjour. I'm glad you could make it, monsieur.
Please, call me George.
Fine. I'm Nicole. Take a seat, George.
Said George, not Georges, but okay.
Eh bien? And what have you been up to?
I've been exploring the sewers beneath the cafe.
I thought I could smell something bad.
The clown used the sewer to escape and to change out of his costume. I guess he was in a hurry. He left his jacket behind.
And?
I got his tailor's phone number.
You had better luck than I did.
Luck, she said. Luck! Hard work, I'd call it. What happened?
I took my photographs to the editor, but he wasn't interested. Can you believe it? He told me to drop the story.
But you're not about to do that.
Oh no! I am going to find out what's behind these killings. You know what I think? It's a conspiracy. The police in 3 different countries have kept very quiet about the murders. The press don't connect them at all. They blame them on political, religious, or militant minority extremists.
Well, that covers just about everyone.
So, what is George? What's his job?
He's a lawyer.
Oh, that explains it.
I found this
Now you can
false
ask
nose
about
in the sewer.
Hey, what's this inside it?
The contents of someone's nose?
Don't be cross, George. It says La Risée du Monde. Masks and costumes. It's a costume shop near the Gare Saint-Lazare.
I'll check it out. Maybe the owner remembers who hired the clown costume.
Why don't you put it on, George?
No way am I wearing this. I'd look really stupid. Besides, he might have had a cold.
I love. That's why I wanted you to wait until you showed Eric.
Don't be gross, George.
It's hilarious. No,
This
it's
is
not
the
that it makes
tool I
me laugh,
use
it's
to
the
get into
content
the
of someone-
sewers.
Fascinating, George.
You're not interested, are you?
Oh, of course I am. I think it was very brave of you to go down those sewers.
Yeah? Well, it was kind of scary, but, well, I had a job to do.
Hang on. George, you're a lawyer. You face scary judges all the time, and you're scared of the sewer.
You're a lawyer, yet you impersonated a police officer.
I don't think him saying a lawyer over here in Paris would have made much weight to the situation.
Yeah. Well, okay, let's hope he doesn't pretend to be somebody's lawyer. Because that can get you disbarred. Like, you know that movie Legally Blonde?
I've heard of it. I don't think I've seen it.
Oh yeah, she's the main character. She's a law student, and she impersonates someone's lawyer in that movie. I'm like, congratulations, you're disbarred before you even pass the bar. You're already disbarred. You will never be a lawyer.
Have you seen Liar Liar?
Yes, I have. That's one with Jim Carrey, right?
Yeah. Have you seen the outtakes for it?
No, but I will check them out.
There's a bit where he like makes like what's it called? Where you make like things out of paper.
Origami.
That's it. And he make.
What are you doing?
And
I'm kicking my ass.
I don't know what that's from, but
Liar. It's when he's in the bathroom beating the shit out of himself.
I haven't actually seen the film, but I've seen the outtakes.
Okay.
Right, and there's a bit where he makes us an animal, right, and he makes it, and it's a goose, and he makes it, and he goes, a goose. It makes the whole courtroom laugh because obviously Jim Carrey is just hilarious.
One Jim Carrey movie I absolutely have to recommend is The Cable Guy.
I think I've seen it.
The Cable Guy is brilliant. That movie is brilliant. Anyway, more stuff to show.
I found a piece of material near the cafe. When I showed it to the concierge, he recognized it right away.
It's very distinctive, all right. Just wait until you see this. I developed the film.
I was right, it was a concierge at the hotel.
Here, George, it's an enlargement I made. Look what that guy's wearing.
Checkered pants. The same material as I found in the sewer.
That's right. This guy shouldn't be difficult to find.
Oh no?
Take a close look at his left cheek.
A scar. In the shape of a horseshoe.
I'd love to see the
a
picture.
crescent moon.
There you go.
How come you enlarged this photograph of me?
Because I noticed the guy behind you, of course.
I found this tissue down the sewer.
Oh, that's disgusting, George.
I think the stuff on it is grease paint, like actors use. Or clowns.
It's still disgusting. Get rid of it.
You can show it to her again for another funny reaction.
Did I show you this tissue?
Yes, George. I asked you to get rid of it.
So, phone or other stuff first?
Anything. You can do anyone you want.
All
It's
right.
up to you.
Brilliant.
May I use your telephone?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
Right, now call Todrick again.
Hello? Who is this?
Anyone you want, doesn't matter which one.
I'm not going to unlock stuff out?
No, I don't think so.
Did you make a suit for a man with a scar on his face? A scar in the shape of a crescent moon? Maybe. Maybe not. Tell me where I can find him and I'll leave you alone. And if I don't? I won't leave you alone. I can't tell you anything unless you give me his name. Thanks for nothing, Todrick.
So now, George, you're willing to commit harassment on your ever-growing list of charges?
Of course.
May I use your telephone?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
Do you know what I think would be a good idea?
What?
If we go through
Hello?
this version,
Who is this?
making George out to be a complete liar, but then director's cut, we make him be a saint.
Yes. Good idea.
What do you know about the clown who bombed the Café de la Chandelle Verte? I don't have no idea what you're talking about. You're cool,
Double
Todrick.
negative, he admitted
But
it.
I think you know more than you're saying. I don't know who you be, but sure I am you don't know what you're talking about. I don't know if you're saying that to make me think you don't know what I mean, but... Oh, this is ridiculous. Quit playing games with me, Todrick. I tell you, I know nothing about no clown. Thanks for nothing, Todrick.
Okay, just ask the rest of the stuff.
Yeah, so we're not getting funny reactions anymore.
May I use your telephone?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
I think, yeah, I mean, you don't leave him alone until you find out something a bit later on. But we're near that
Hello?
bit anyway.
Who is
Remember the costume shop that we found out about? Once we go
Shall
there,
I
we
tell
find
you
out
what happened to
information to
Plantar?
ask him about.
How he was killed in cold blood? I told you, I never heard of Plantar. Thanks for nothing, Todrick.
All right, I'll just ask Nico the rest of the stuff now.
May I use your telephone?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
Now you're racking up the list of charges to put on Nico. You can't call Nico. You're in her apartment.
Why did we draw a clown?
I don't know.
Okay.
Why has he got a cigar in his hand?
Mm.
I've never noticed that before. He's got a cigar in his fucking
Hello?
hand.
Who is this? Do you know where I can find the guy with the scar? I told you. Without a name, I can't help you.
Ask him about the clown this time.
Did you know that one of your customers was a part-time clown? If a guy feels happy with a funny nose and custard down his pants, what's the problem? Thanks for nothing, Todrick.
All right, now ask Nico the rest of the stuff. We'll come back to him later.
How did Plantar get your name?
Through the newspaper, La Liberté. I'd written an article linking two unsolved murders, one in Italy and the other in Japan. cases were remarkably similar. A wealthy victim, no apparent motive, and a costume killer. Plantard said he could supply me with more information. Somehow, the clown must have known about our appointment.
Tell me more about the clown's previous victims.
The first was Onno Belota, the millionaire pharmaceutical baron. He made his money from amphetamines in the post-war slimming and diet boom. Imagine it! Millions of housewives literally speeding their butts off.
Was he killed for his money?
No. He had no living relatives, and his fortune went to the orphanage where he grew up. The only witness in the case was his Filipino au pair. She swears he was lured to his death by a snowman.
Did you hear what she said? Where he grown up?
Yes.
A bit of a spelling mistake in that sentence there.
He spent his entire life in the orphanage.
Oh, well, yes.
So what can you tell me about the clown? Well, they say he comes from Gotham City.
What about the clown's second victim?
His name
Yamada,
was Jason
the
Todd.
controversial Japanese
Dieter
growing
de
politician.
Grobar.
He inherited his fortune from his father's electrochemical consortium. He was committed to dismantling Japan's automobile industry.
I can't see him gaining much support with a loony policy like that.
Yamada was a man of vision. He was years ahead of his time.
If you say so. How did he die?
At the hands, or should I say, flippers, of a giant emperor penguin.
I'm sorry, we're not getting the one where an emperor penguin is killing people? that just... I want that game.
I think you can ask about Nico about herself later on. You don't have to ask her everything now. So we can
A
leave
snowman,
things till
a
later.
penguin, and now a clown.
It's
You
like
know, I
Gotham
hate to
City.
admit it, but this is scary. And I'll
Mr.
tell you
Freeze,
what,
Joker and the
I won't be
Penguin.
accepting any invitations to costume parties.
I don't blame you for being scared. I am too. But this story could be my only chance of a big break.
Or a premature death. You speak very good English for a French girl.
Thanks. You speak very good English for an American.
Right, let's go to the costume shop now.
Well, we have a few more things to say.
Okay.
Tell me more about yourself.
Oh, there is not much to tell.
Well, how did you get into photography?
I guess I owe that to my father. He bought my first camera. I was 8 and my parents had just split up.
Did you live with your father?
Yes, my mother went off with her new boyfriend. I don't mind. Papa was all I needed. 4 years later, he died in a plane crash.
Ah, I'm sorry.
Well, it's all right. I don't mind talking about him. He was more like an older brother, really, always joking and laughing. Papa always wanted I should study art. That's why I went to college.
Did you learn about photography at college?
Oh, God, no. I couldn't afford the materials. We were billed for everything we used, paint, canvas, paper. Most of my year turned to minimalism. It was cheaper. I used to go poaching in the park for squirrel hair. The only time I wasn't hungry was the term I did printing. I used to eat the potatoes.
You're making fun of me, aren't you?
Oh, no.
You should
Do you
make
have a
fun of
boyfriend?
him.
That's none of your business.
Rosso didn't blink when I told him about the clown. It's as if he already knew.
That is typical of a cold fish like Rosso. I've seen cheeseburgers with more spunk.
May I use your telephone?
Sure,
Oh,
go
God,
ahead.
not
Thanks.
again.
Yes, again and again and again.
This poor bloke. You've harassed
Hello?
him more than I
Who is
have.
this? Forget it.
Oh, God. Right, now let's go to the costume shop. We'll come back to it later.
one more.
Oh.
May I use your telephone?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
All right, ask him one more time about the clown thing, or about Plantard. It's your call.
Hello? Who is this? I expect Plantar's a family man, don't you? In their little apartment, Madame Plantar is cooking the supper, listening for the familiar sound of her husband's key in the door. Junior is waiting for his daddy to come home from work. He can't wait to show him the merit marks he earned in school today. Only tonight, Monsieur Plantar won't be coming home.
You forgot the puppy.
Huh?
The faithful puppy dog, waiting for the sound of his master's voice.
Well, maybe they don't have a dog. What do you think?
I don't know, Plantar. I never heard of Plantar. None of this has anything to do with me.
Thanks for nothing, Todrick.
Okay.
I'm going back out to search for that clown.
Where?
Well, I guess I could visit the costume shop.
Good idea.
Right, when you get to the costume shop...
We have a stop to make before the costume shop.
Oh, going to see Moo again?
Yep.
He may not be at the cafe, might be pulled up, but you can try it.
We'll find out.
So when you do get to the costume shop, after you talk to the guy in there, go back to the police station, and hopefully that other copper will still be at the desk. And then you'll know what item to ask him about. Oh, he is back. Okay, I didn't think he returned. Talk to him again. See if you can talk to him again. Oh, God, come on, mate.
Hello? Who is this?
Do you know where I can find the guy with the scar?
I told you. Without a name, I can't help you.
Right, you can't.
Thanks for
That's
nothing,
that's everything.
Todrick.
That's everything now.
I will call you from every phone.
Hey, you!
What do you want now?
What do you make of this clown's nose?
It would be more amusing if you were wearing it.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, I don't.
Do you recognize this tissue?
Certainly not.
I'm not going to show him the tool because he might want it back.
Oh, no,
What's
no,
in
you
the
can ask him about
toolbox?
it.
Oh, all right.
What's in the toolbox? As if you didn't know. What's the big deal about tools, anyhow?
They're cool. Tools are civilization.
You don't say.
That's right. Tools are what distinguish us from other animals.
Who are you calling an animal? I've met your sort before. Looking down your nose at me because I'm working class, huh? I've a good mind to knock your block off.
Now, sir, we are civilized. This is the modern day. Use the guillotine.
Asking him about the tool.
Do you recognize this tissue?
Certainly not.
I borrowed this tool from you while you were gone.
Keep it. I can afford to buy a new set now.
What kind of tools do you keep in your box?
Huh? You really are interested in tools?
Sure, like I
Looking
said,
at one right now.
tools are...
Yeah, civilization. So you keep saying.
So, are you going to show them to me?
Am I? Why, you?
Aw, come on. Just a little peek.
I've got work to do. Find someone else to bother.
Do you have a tool for lifting manhole covers?
As it happens, I do.
Cool. Lend it to me, just for a few minutes.
No.
Aw, come on.
No. Get your own.
That makes absolutely no sense.
Because he knows we have it.
Yes.
Let me
That's why-
explain what I'm going to do with your manhole lifting tool.
Let me explain what I'm going to do with my beak.
Okay, I read that as prick,
Oh,
and that went a
forget
different
it.
way.
I'll come back when you're in a better mood.
It doesn't get any better than this.
Did you see an old guy with a briefcase?
Wait, silly old coot. Do you know what he said to me?
No.
Work fascinates me, he says. I could watch it all day. Quel bit. I could have knocked his block off.
Did you recognize the old man?
No. Should I have done? Was he a celebrity?
No, but I guess he is now. His name was Plantar.
Was? He's dead then?
Yeah.
That's too bad. Now I wish I hadn't called him what I did. If only I could turn back the clock. If only I'd been more tolerant.
Regret and remorse are strange emotions. They really bring out the hammiest actors in people.
You wouldn't know, would you, George?
Did you see a clown come by this way?
A clown? Like, in a circus?
Yeah, with makeup and a big red nose.
Huh! Those guys are funny, aren't they?
Not really.
Not in my experience.
I love the circus, especially the horses.
You haven't answered my question. Have you seen a clown?
You think I've got time to watch everyone who passes by? Some of us have to work for a living.
Well, I think I'd remember if a clown fucking passed by.
Look, I know you're busy, but surely you'd have noticed a clown.
Yeah, exactly.
I told you already. I didn't see a thing.
I'm not asking about a thing, I'm asking about a clown.
Trousers and makeup.
He'd be a poor sort of clown if he didn't.
Hang on, hold on.
Yeah.
He noticed us getting stuck up with a gun by the police.
Yes.
But he didn't notice a much more obvious clown that would stick out like a silver thumb in a China ball shop.
Well, the clown walked... Presumably when the clown walked by, he was working. But before the police officer before Moop pulled his gun on us, he said... He made a noise. He said, stop, right?
Yeah.
So when you hear a noise like that, you look
right
up.
There.
So he looked up for that.
Well, he was still digging, and then he was watching.
Yes. I don't know.
Yeah. No,
Listen,
me neither, I don't.
I have to find that clown. He's a killer.
Say, who are you anyhow? A cop?
No, of course not. I mean, do I look like a cop?
No, but you act like one, sticking your nose in where it's not wanted. How do you know this guy's a killer? Did you see him in action?
Didn't you hear the explosion? The cafe was blown up.
The clown killed the old man?
That's right. Blew him up with a bomb concealed in his squeeze box.
Merde. But why did he go to the bother of dressing up like a clown?
Who can unravel the tangled logic of a killer's mind? I guess it's some
Sherlock Holmes?
deep-seated psychological need. Or just plain
Well,
showmanship.
Sherlock Holmes doesn't really untangle their minds. He just figures out why they did it.
I gotta go.
And how they
Don't
did
let me keep
Well,
you.
that is untangling the minds, isn't it?
it. I suppose.
In a way.
Will Graham figures out the minds.
Oh no, Moo's still there.
You know Will Graham, right?
No.
Red Dragon, the Hannibal show?
No, I don't.
I recommend both of those.
Sergeant Moo?
Yes.
Are you sure you don't want this false nose?
Don't try my patience, monsieur.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur.
It's the guy who bombed the cafe. The clown.
This man looks nothing like a clown.
He's taken off his grease paint and costume.
Then there is nothing to link this man with the killing.
Nothing? Look at those murderous eyes.
Hardly likely to get him convicted.
I mean, George, everyone who's ever met you has looked at you with murderous eyes.
Do you recognize this dirty tissue?
I told you, no, monsieur.
Alright,
See you
now-
later,
now
Sergeant.
go to the costume shop.
Yes. But first,
You can't. There's nothing else you can talk to him about.
we can still just dial and drop him.
Ringing for shits and giggles. Okay.
Hello? Who is this? Do you know where I can find...
I told you.
Thanks for nothing, Todrick.
Oh man. Oh, multiple harassment.
Yes.
Because more than twice is harassment, George.
Yes. And we will not stop.
Well, after a while, you can't ring him anymore.
Yeah, no, thank you. No, I don't like this.
You have to.
This isn't normal.
It can't be the same reaction you had in The Mummy when you saw the side-scrolling bit and he goes, oh no, no, the log theory. You go, oh no, I don't want to. Except this time you have a rock that will get in your way. Right. You see the little I can't think what it's called.
I gave the dummy Puro a tentative prod, but it didn't move.
Piero, by the way, is a character in Italian Commedia dell'arte, and it is a type of clown.
Oh.
Like an archetypal clown.
As I was about to touch the dummy, I realized it had the same color eyes as Nico. The strange thing was, I hadn't realized I'd noticed the color of Nico's eyes.
Right, you see that little
Damn, poor guy has a crush.
where the guy standing behind the desk
Yes.
or behind the counter. There's one just below. There's something just below him.
The monkey or the dog pissing on the gramophone?
The gramophone. That's what I was trying to think of. Gramophone. Click on that.
Okay, I'm just gonna. What the fuck is this? Is there a child here?
As my fingers closed on the plastic novelty, I realized my mistake. It was a novelty, all right, but it wasn't plastic.
Oh.
Do you know what? I've never seen
The
that
sight of the
before.
dog waste set my stomach churning again. I quickly looked away.
Oh
No way was
my
I going to touch that thing again.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, George.
oh, oh my God. I've never ever noticed that before.
It was an
No, you
antique
can do the,
phonograph, the kind you have to wind by hand.
You know what this is a reference to, right?
No, I don't.
The old RCA commercials. RCA ads where there's the dog listening to the gramophone. No, the old... his master...
The only advert I know that has a dog in it is Churchill.
Ah, yes.
Churchill, are you gonna stop going? Oh yes. Oh no.
I've always felt if I were to own a dog, it would be a bulldog, and I'd name it either Churchill or Winston.
The sound of that phonograph is very quiet.
Yes, it is. Because I turned the music way down, because it was extremely loud on my end. It's the funeral march, is what I was playing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Now you can talk to him, or you can look at him first, then talk to him.
The guy's spoon-shaped face was mournful and humorless. He looked like a vegetarian in a slaughterhouse.
But that's about all the time we have for now. Can we make George step in the poop?
I don't think so.
Dang it.
I cannot. I can't. How is it? Oh, God. I've never noticed that crap on the floor before. Oh no! Come on.
All right. That's about all the time we have for now. I've been Merrick Tomato.
And I've been Classic Gamer.
And we will continue torturing George Stobart next time.
Yes, we will.
Au revoir.
Ciao.
Hi. Thanks for watching. This has been played, edited, and recorded by me, Merrick Tomato.
And he's been helped by me, Classic Gamer.
You can find a link to Classic's YouTube channel, Classics Gamer, and his Twitch in the description below. Please like, comment, and subscribe.